So we are in a water map this time, at Mongol War as well, so something a little different. Kinda nice. Let's have a look at who we've got before I get into anything else completely random. MalevolentSun playing in the teal as the Mongols, and Ny4JyN, who I probably know, I should say it's probably pronounced Ny4JyN for being an A, but I absolutely despise seeing numbers acting as letters in names, so until I get over that, I will not be really pronouncing them as such, because I like names sounding idiotic, and it puts a lot more justice to the times that I usually screw up names. Anyway, let's have a look. So, continental, kind of a cool map. Gives us really two big options in it. You've got water and land play in. Saying that though, it's generally fairly damn easy to wall it off, which we can see with this map. Only a few chunks of wall have to go down to completely get rid of any style of land combat, except for of course transport ships, which we can't forget. Maps straight away for MalevolentSun. He's got gold in the back, 2 stones in the back. As a Mongol player, this can be extremely important for late game if there's any pushes. He has 2 berry patches on the front as well, still kind of nice. It looks like he's found most of his sheep. Other golds, however, down in this corner over here, and if there's any early harass from Ny4JyN, early, we're talking like, well, really anything. If he pushes in through here and manages to pretty much cut MalevolentSun off from this side of the map, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. So that we might see some defensive towers depending on how everything's placed. Saying that as well, map's pretty decent for MalevolentSun. He's not going to get any real harass from the water. I don't think there's anything that can really hurt him until he gets maybe down to this gold over here, but still going to need all the range upgrades for that to really be effective. Ny4JyN as well, fairly similar style of map, berries on the front there, probably one of the worst locations, but it's going to make an easy wall off if he really wants it. Gold in the back, one there as well, stone as well, so not too bad a map. Saying that though, he's only got 1 stone really close to his town centre, other ones down here over in the back along with this gold here, and it looks like there's one over on here as well. Relic wise, I don't think we're looking too bad. There's 1, 2, see any more, 3, I can't see anymore. Just quickly on the minimap. I don't think there's anything else too interesting. Ny4JyN's missing 2 sheep there. Has put his dock out, fishing ships on the way. Saying that, MalevolentSun as well. If we look at how close the docks are, we should be in for some pretty early harassment. Definitely from galleys, so Mongols definitely a decent water civ. So we'll see how this one plays out. Definitely a lot of options. Of course, playing as Mongols, you get so many different options. You get that earlier uptime. You can go for 20 pop scouts if you want to. Kind of a standard thing, but we'll see how it runs. Not particularly fast either way. Naturally, we'll probably see rangers go up straight into archers or whatever, depending of course on how the water combat goes. If they decide to go full galleys, it completely changes everything from the normal Arabia style. But of course, cavalry archer is going to be quite nice. Not even using all of his sheep here, because he will be transferring just straight onto wood and gold, because it looks like he's going to be going completely into galleys. And let's see what MalevolentSun decides to do. Splitting between food and wood. Interesting. I think he's probably... Has he got less fishing ships out, or... I don't know. Might just not be relying on fishing ships as heavily. Saying that though, let's check out the food counts. 184, nearly feudal age for Ny4JyN on 27 pop, 29 for MalevolentSun on 370 food. Interesting. Might be able to get up to castle fairly quickly here. Saying that, 525. Yeah, could do a relevantly fast castle if he decides to off this one. Ny4JyN as well, continuing to do some kind of boom over on this side here with fish. Galley is going to be out before MalevolentSun has anything to deal with this. 3 galleys actually there. And saying that, no more docks actually from MalevolentSun here. Interesting play for him. Looks like he's going to be going for complete land. And this could turn into a really interesting game if he does. Blacksmith coming up, and market as well. So yes, we are definitely going to be seeing a fast castle from him. Could have pretty much guessed it after seeing the food count there, but he pretty much has the resources to go already. He just needs a little bit more gold there, and I don't think he'll have to sell anything. Saying that though, Ny4JyN does have a massive advantage having the water here. Food bonus is absolutely massive. How are we doing around here? I think we're all good so far. Ny4JyN looks like he knows what's going on here, so he's sent a few more over to food. I don't know if it's just because he doesn't have enough fishing ships out to support his current population, or no, he's not going to have enough to be able to fast castles. So once Malevolent gets up there, Going to be kind of hard to stop. He hasn't started taking stone yet, so he's not going to castle drop his opponent. So I'm interested to see what he decides to do, because he's only got the one dock up, hasn't even tried to really defend it, hasn't put more docks up. Saying that, he's actually getting one over here, so we could see a fire ship rush from him. Fishing ship. Ooh, saying that, in come the galleys. And they're going to spot that one pretty quickly, so I don't think it's going to be fire ships from him. I'm really interested to see who decides to go. Naturally, cavalry archers comes to mind, but I don't know. Definitely a lot of options for him right now. We're going to have to watch it out. Ny4JyN as well. Blacksmith going up. Probably going to see... I don't know. Might see a market. Might see some archery range. It's going to depend. And there we go. Malevolent up into Castle Age. No town centers being dropped yet. Does have more than enough wood for it. Fire ship and fire ship. So yes, he is going to be going for fire ships. Another town center coming up here and here. So fire ships and booms, looks like it's a plan for MalevolentSun. Saying that Ny4JyN is so far ahead right now, 800 points in the lead right now. That's actually pretty ridiculous. I think Ny4JyN might have this one just in the bag right now. His economy just seems to be in tip-top shape, whereas Malevolent at the moment, he's going to have to do some serious booming and not losing any more units to be able to really keep up with this one. That fire ship on this side get killed off, or looks like he's going to come over here with it and try and kill off his opponent's fishing ships. Probably a good plan considering the scores at the moment. Really not looking good for MalevolentSun. Ny4JyN, he's going to be up pretty soon as well. Yep, going up to castle already, so he's going to be about 2 minutes away from that. And this is really going to hurt. I don't know exactly how MalevolentSun's going to be able to play this one here, especially if Ny4JyN decides to try and just steamroll in with units. There's a market up, so neither of them have gone for any type of land forces right now. Malevolent being on 35 populations compared to Ny4JyN's 62! Bloody hell, that's a big difference. Saying that, should be the fire ship up here, and I think he should be able to move these guys in time. Down over here, slowly losing this dock. I don't think he's going to be too phased about that. But eventually going to kill off quite a few of these fishing ships. Just going to get the one, actually. Ny4JyN really reacting well there. Bring some galleys back. Ny4JyN up to the Castle Age. And fire ship out over on this side too. Might be able to take out one or just one galley. Maybe not even that. Too many there to take that out now. Another town center coming up. Has started taking stone, so we'll be able to put a castle up fairly soon. Saying that, those town centers at the moment for Malevolent are slowly catching him up. Saying that he's still about 700 points behind though. So, interesting. See how this one plays out. 2 town centers coming up for Ny4JyN right now. One on the stone. Oh, I would say that's probably on the wood and stone. That one there on the gold. Another town center coming up over here for Ny4JyN, losing nothing here in this lead. Really starting to grip on this one right now. Siege Workshop coming up for defense, of course. They can be quite good against galleys. Mangonels I'm talking about here. However, once they get those extra bits of range, they will do a lot of damage and take quite a bit more. Housed right now for Ny4JyN, Malevolent housed as well, so it's not really that big a deal. But losing the water here is really going to hurt. He's going to lose access to all these resources around the side here, which we said in the earlier game wasn't too many. But this town center could take a bit of a pounding for now. Not going to be too nice there. Monastery coming up, of course. Monks a good counter to war galleys as well. Depending how many you have out, just once the range gets up there, you're in trouble. But we'll see how it goes. Ny4JyN really starting to extend the lead right now. This is not looking good at all for MalevolentSun. It looks like it's gone into pretty much a boom war here. And the problem is that both of them boomed, but Malevolent did it with such a worse economy. He lost all his fish, so he had no fish boom to back it up. And Ny4JyN just sat back, and as soon as he went up to castle, put down his 4 town centers, got onto even ground, and even ground is not what MalevolentSun wants right now. Not good at all for him. How are we doing here? It looks like the Mangonel out, fairly well defended. Looks like Ny4JyN Ny4JyN for now, just keeping on, just patrolling the shores. Of course, you don't want to be surprise attacked by a bunch of fire ships. Can be one of the worst feelings in the world. I'm sure everyone has been in that situation where you thought you had water control and you were just absolutely dominated from the shore. Well, not from the shore, but from some random inlet where a billion galleons just amazed and amassed everything and just complete destruction. Currently 800 points in favor of Ny4JyN right now. And I don't think there's really... I'm just trying to think of anything else left to say. Right, and Viper pretty strong in the lead on the ladder. I think, just trying to remember, I think it's pretty much, I think we've got 3 Brazilians in the top 3, so that's a pretty good effort by them. Can't remember exactly, but naturally Riot's up there. Wouldn't be surprised if one was like Dogao, and can't remember the other one. Team game ladder slowly working itself out, so that's kind of nice after that change. Ooh, War Galley's moving in through here, going to be able to push in quite well here, and going to be able to take out these mangonels quite quickly as well. Don't think there's going to be too many losses galley-wise. Might get a convert here if he's lucky. Or just lose a monk. Looks like he's just going to lose a monk and a scout as well. Looked like that villager was trying to repair the monk. Anyway, I think this might be game for Sun. There's not really a lot left he can do unless he amasses an army out of nowhere. Drops a castle or something. Saying that he's got enough for a castle, so he could try and bust through the middle here and drop a castle on his opponent, like right here or something. Saying that though, the area for Malevolent, I think he's in like kind of a bad situation here, because the area he has to push in from is this little choke right here. If he moves in with cavalry archers, some mangonels, he will just shut it down completely. And even if Ny4JyN just drops a castle up here on the hill or something, or in this corner here, it's going to make any push he tries to do, it's just extremely hard. Saying that as well, no Imperial for you, no Imperial for Ny4JyN as well. 134 population for Ny4JyN, and Malevolent only on 80. You can see what that score difference is right now. Currently 1,300 points, absolutely destroying this one. Castle coming up here on the high ground, going to be good to try and defend versus war galleys, but potentially could lose a few villages here if he's not careful. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. If he target fires, which, losing 2, 3. Go on, micro. 4, 5, 6. Garrisoning that quickly, but gonna get out of there just in time before that castle. But that was a lot of economy damage, considering that Malevolent didn't have it to spare. 1,200 points still in favor of Ny4JyN right now, and that's absolutely massive. Mangudai are on the way out, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough right now. Like, there's just so much control over to Ny4JyN right now. It's, look at his economy, it's full ball, it's doing really well, whereas, so saying that though, Malevolent's doing pretty well as well in this kind of situation, but those fish help so much. Anyway, back to my point before from ladders. I don't think there's anything too ridiculous going on. Keen to see some more games being played at any rate, especially, actually on that note, I was about to say Forgotten Empires, and on that, the big patch for Forgotten Empires will be coming out soon. Hopefully that's going to fix a lot of the balance issues that we have at the moment, which will be good. And, ooh, Mangonel shutting this castle down here really well, actually. And going to force all of these guys back, and it looks like, though, the war galleys are in, so the castle's not going to have much trouble going up at all. Going to force all these guys to retreat, and moving the villagers to the smart position. Of course, no range upgrades on the Mangudai, so having that dismal 4 range at the moment, really not going to be too helpful. And it looks like MalevolentSun is going to be pushing out here, has gone for the barracks and the castle, probably going to try and get up an archer range, go for thumb ring. +1 attack and range has been done. It looks like he might try and put down a forward castle here if he's going to be... Ooh, I think he noticed that one and realized he's just not going to have enough time. Really interesting actually saying this, the matchup right now, just trying to debate on how that MalevolentSun can come back from here, because he's down by a lot. His economy is in a really bad spot. He has no water control. Saying that though, he is going imp, which is kind of nice, but then again, Ny4JyN is as well, so it's not really going to be that bigger advantage. Castle advantage is for Malevolent right now, but saying that was the second coming up right now for Ny4JyN. And does he have enough? He nearly has enough for a third, whereas MalevolentSun does not have anywhere near enough. Resource-wise, definitely favouring Ny4JyN. He has over, what, like 1k each of pretty much food and gold, so he's going to be able to just spam things until he wins right now. So I think this is pretty much an open and shut game here right now. Trebuchets are out. Castle is in a good position. This one on the hill will be nice to try and defend, but I don't think it's going to happen. Again, fighting in from here, and it looks like he is being able to range up against these golds. Tower coming up in defense. Heated shot hopefully has been done. Is there a university about? Can't see one. Ny4JyN has one up. Chemistry already on the way. Malevolent. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. No university for him, no heated shot for those towers, going to make that a little bit harder. Saying that as well, this trebuchet line here is gonna be so hard to push into. And did he lose one there, or I'm trying to decide what happened to that trebuchet he got before. There's one there, but like I said, that's probably them now. This trebuchet line here is gonna be so hard to push into. extra castle coming up here, because of course you've got these war galleys behind him, 2 castles, and Mangudai of course going to be fighting behind that as well. So it's really looking bad for MalevolentSun right now. It's about, what, it's 5,000 to 7,000. I mean, you can see how it's going. Trebuchet is up on the high ground. He has got some skirmishes out to try and deal with these Mangudai, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Like, when you look at it, it's bad from every angle right now for Sun. He's finally getting a university up, because of course he will need to get chemistry to be able to compete right now. I'm really interested to see if, imagine, what kind of military does he have out right now? Imagine, next to none. He's happy with what he's got, which is fair enough. Mangudai over here nearly getting close to maxed out. We should probably go back to the normal map, because that can be confusing as hell when you look at the map and you're not expecting to see it like that. Anyway, Trebuchet War is going on. The hill there, going to give it a little bit of an advantage. Going to be able to stand a little bit longer, which is extremely nice in this kind of situation. But I think this is GG for MalevolentSun right here. He has nothing to push into this, and if he does push into it, he's going to lose his army, and then they'll just kind of steamroll his entire base. And there we go, MalevolentSun GGing out right now. Definitely well played by Ny4JyN right now. I think he's pretty high up on the ladder at the moment, actually, as well. And I think Stark as well. That could have been our Brazilians that I was talking about. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the game. I have moved into my new accommodation, for those who don't know, and I've checked my internet speeds. I don't know if it's going to be enough to stream. We will see in the future. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the game. I'll see you in the next one.